October 15th, 2021, and I'm about to go to the movie theater. First, let me get a nice, good old haircut. Alright, I don't know if this is good lighting, but hey, I got my cut. Now it's about time to go. Master Super. Oh, mask on. Sorry, so I got my haircut. And now let's go to the movies. Luckily, there's not a lot of people, but yeah, Master Square, man. No mask for me. Alright, I've arrived. I'm going to the AMC. I'm in here. And, thankfully, the movie doesn't start the actual time. So, yeah. The reason why, why am I going to the movies if the movie's gonna be on Peacock and I have Peacock? One, Peacock sucks. Two, I want to go support this movie. I don't know, I just feel like it. I think it's good experience, you know what I mean? Going up. Plus, really, I mean, let me talk about the whole idea of it being on Peacock. It being on Peacock kind of ruins the movie. It really does. It ruins, I mean, it not ruins the movie, it kind of ruins the box office. Like, they waited a year to not release this movie, but they're going to release anyway, and that's because Peacock is desperate for freaking customers, and I just think that's pathetic. So, fuck Peacock for that, because apparently they don't play universes, whatever, but I just think it's retarded, should just be in theaters. I mean, but I think it's cool for people who want to watch online, you know? Even though Peacock sucks. Like, for real, it's a terrible streaming site. Like, look what they did for fucking when you have WWE on there and shit like that, or just in general. How would it work on Peacock? I don't know. It is what it is. We'll see what to do, but we're here now. We're here. Alright, movie time, people. Let's go. Popcorn and soda. Can't go on to Coca-Cola. Alright, it's starting, guys. See y'all after. Oh, yo, oh my god, that was amazing. Yeah, hi. Holy shit, guys, my god, what a film that was. I just saw the Halloween movie. Oh, whoa, I got chills. I was like, you know, like, got some goosebumps, or fucking, you know how you kind of have chills, like, you know, your teeth just chilling. Oh my god, that movie was fucking unbelievable. What a way, and what a cliffhanger too. Oh my god, and that's a perfect way to probably end Halloween, to lead to the next movie. Alright, full review coming. I'm gonna try to rewatch on Peak, or I'm just gonna, I don't know, like, because I might rewatch it with my friends and stuff like that, but like, damn, I'll try to remember what to say, but I'm definitely gonna try to see if I can remember to notes, and I'm gonna make a review later. But that was good, people. Good movie, fucking good movie. What a movie. Like, not one dull moment, like, for real, not one dull moment. I wasn't bored at all. Yo. Yeah, hi. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for my official Halloween Kills 2021 review. So this movie was supposed to come out last year, 2020, but then the pandemic happened. It basically paused everything. Will I say it was worth the wait? I would definitely say yes, it was worth the wait. Honestly, I kind of liked it that it builds the anticipation. If I even say that right. But really, that still after a few hours, that movie was pretty good. Definitely Halloween Kills. Boy, was it a Michael killing masterpiece, I would say. Definitely lives up to the name somewhat. Definitely. Probably, honestly, wow. Kind of thinking about it, this might be Michael Myers' biggest kill count, if you could say. First of all, yeah, there are going to be spoilers talked about here, so don't worry. So, if you, maybe you shouldn't really watch this review, this will involve spoilers. Sorry if I don't know, whatever. But, yeah, I already knew, actually, I was going to do a video about this, but I think there was no need for it. I actually knew already what the script was going to involve, so I already kind of knew what was going to happen. And from what I remember from the script, it seems like most of it was the same from the script, because there was a leaked script, but there was only a few changes. And even with the screw, like keeping most of it, I didn't mind it. I think just the idea of how it portrayed on the big screen, really, honestly, it was well done. But yeah, definitely Halloween Kills. Halloween Kills is was in my opinion really a good movie. It was really good. It was really good. I would probably even go on to say it probably was better than the 2018 film, maybe. I mean, honestly, actually thinking about it, it is probably better. A little bit better. It is definitely one of the better Halloween movies from the franchise. Um, you know, and I mean, if you, I mean, it's in all honesty about the whole, like, my problem with the Halloween series now that there's a lot of different continuities and there's a lot of different timelines. I do think the big problem about Halloween Kills is when you take away what happened in events of Halloween 2 and just among other films as well. I understand, they want to eliminate the whole brother sister storyline. I don't mind it that much, that the idea of Laurie and Michael being brothers and sister being siblings, but that should be the reason why he kills. I think like if you want to withstand the name of Boogeyman, it should be just him going after random people, because that's what he likes to do. He likes to cause chaos. That's what it should be. But unfortunately, they made it a thing where he has a target sister, you could chase him or whatever, or in that case it seems like he's chasing Laurie. But in this film, that doesn't really happen. Spoiler alert. So yeah, there's going to be spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie yet or you don't care, there's going to be spoilers. It is what it is. Grab your Coca-Colas. Let's drink it, Magnum City, and let's talk about it. All right. Definitely, Halloween Kills is probably a good movie to take some chick, make her big go shit, oh shit. Make sure she's scared. You're gonna be protecting her, alright? Oh shit, oh shit, cheers. It's good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be probably good to even watch this, but might watch with chick, it's on Peacock now. That's. Yeah, I do think definitely having it on Peacock is kind of sad. I mean, some people say it might even still do good. And again, it might still do good internationally because not everyone, and like aside from the U.S., there's no Peacock. But we'll see what happens. I do hope this film is successful, especially because it is a good film. But when you have a film that's successful, that's going to lead to probably being more sequels, probably even more than Halloween Ends. Maybe Halloween Ends won't actually be, First of all, Halloween Kills. Let me talk about the titles. Halloween Kills. I mean, the name is not bad. It definitely stand the name. It makes somewhat sense. But I think that calling it Halloween Kills is kind of cheesy. Like, I would rather you calling it a different name. Like, I understand you can't just call it like Halloween 7 or whatever the fuck. Or Halloween 9 or 10 or 12. Whatever the hell it is. You know what I mean? I understand you can't call it by numbers. But like, even calling it something like similar to Resurrection, even though Resurrection was not that great of a film, something's just at least a cooler name. Especially you need to have something fucking for Halloween. Because let's be honest here, I'm kind of in that belief that even though I do believe the Halloween franchise should be laid to rest, like you should no longer do sequels or whatever, I don't think it's gonna be legit the end. You know what I mean? I mean, I would hope so. But calling it also Halloween Ends is kind of a cheesy title itself. You should definitely call it a different name. And if my honest opinion about Halloween Ends, again, it's slated to come out next year. If anything, I would rather it come out at 2023. The reason being because it'll be the 45th anniversary. I think that'll serve perfectly as a 45th anniversary film. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens, but that's just been my thoughts. Overall, the film was really not bad. It was actually pretty good. I'm going to try to talk about it. I do have the plot here, so to try to talk about some stuff. Actually, let me just also talk about the notes I even taken. The film was just epic, really. Again, like I have the problem, like it takes away the Halloween 2, but it definitely helps, makes Michael Myers like, oh man, this guy is dangerous as hell. Even though you take away that, but I understand somewhat, but just, obviously, like, the whole brother-sister dynamic kind of is like, he's just a person want to kill his family, like, that's stupid. Why not just having the boogeyman just, okay, he's a sister, brother, whatever, but that shouldn't be the thing, you know what I mean? But definitely, this film, a lot of, like, this film was epic. Like, a lot of oh shit moments I had, like, oh shit, you know, I actually was like, you know, it was so fun. It was just like, wow, I was like I was like beyond words, you know what I mean? It was like freaking just, it left me speechless as you would say. Very good actually. Definitely, it's definitely an homage to the original Halloween film as well. There's already some homages to the Halloween film, but it's not just that. But it's also, in a way, it kind of honors it. It's more. It seems more like given than just, oh, this is something to remember. This happened in Halloween. If anything, it seems like more given. You know what I mean? And the characters, you actually care about the characters. This is the thing about the characters. The focus on the characters. Every character seems like you actually give a fuck about them. When you introduce these characters, and even the characters you introduced from the previous film, from 2018 Halloween film, you actually like grow to care. It's like, and it's not like there's just throwaway characters. It's actually seemed more to be like these are these focused characters that you feel bad for whatever happens, or you just actually care about what's going on, what they're gonna fucking do. So that's pretty cool. So I think that's good on Halloween Kills. Halloween Kills is definitely something to be positive about. Yeah, and if anything, Halloween Kills does seem like Halloween 2. It's the same kind of thing that happened in Halloween 2, where Laurie's in the hospital, but instead of Halloween 2's where Laurie was kind of basically passed out, Laurie, sure, she goes through surgery and shit like that, but the thing is, she actually has some dialogue. She actually displays some acting. You know what I mean? So she actually, yeah, and she wants desperately so bad to try to stop Michael, but she wouldn't be able to do that because she's like she needs to rest. Her body's so damaged up. It makes sense, you know what I mean? It makes sense more in this film, if anything. So definitely is a very much an improvement, I would say. Really much improvement. I mean, I still like Halloween 2. I mean, I don't hate Halloween 2. There are films I like better than Halloween 2, like perhaps Halloween 4. But you know, it is what it is. It's still fun, you know. All I have to say, and actually we'll get onto that, but let's go on to the plot. So basically, the plot, from what I remember, the movie started with I think Allison's boyfriend, or ex. I'm not even sure they're freaking together because remember, like, the guy cheated on her. I don't know. That's, I think, his name, Cameron. It was like walking and then, you know, he's calling and he he's trying to call his friend Oscar, the guy who, you know, got killed by Michael in the fence, you know, who was the friends of Allison and Cameron. And, you know, he had a thing for Allison. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. The chick who plays Allison, I think her name's Annie Matichak, pretty fucking cute. You know what I mean? I would fuck her in big like couch or whatever, or just something that I mean, I'm into her. I'm not gonna lie, she's pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie. So I wouldn't mind. I don't, you know, I don't blame the guy. But obviously, you know, it's sad that, you know, he couldn't get the. It is what it is. It's realistic. It's realistic. You know what I mean? It's just, you got the friend zone, as they say. But yeah, basically, Cameron, you know, he finds Officer Hawkins. Hawkins is alive. So that's something, I guess. You know, that's interesting. And then we get flashbacks to 1978 Halloween. You know, where we're introduced to these bunch of officers trying to stop Michael. You know, this was basically after when Michael basically survived getting shot 6 times by Dr. Loomis. And then eventually one officer got accidentally murdered by Hawkins. That was his great mistake. Basically, Halloween, like, it digs into what happened in the events of 1978 more deeper. Because again, after all, if anything, yes, Halloween Kills, it is really more of like Halloween 2. It basically is taking the same place at night. He comes back home. Like, it's kind of the same thing. But if anything, you could say there's a lot of improvement. But it's also like, it's kind of different because like it's 40 years later. And this is like, they're focusing on how, like, you know, in the small town, you know, oh man, innocence of teenagers getting killed and shit like that. So. Yeah. Yeah, so that happened. So unfortunately, Hawkins shot the guy by accident, the officer, but then Michael's like,
Michael Myers tries to escape, but then he gets stopped by the police. And we do see a sort of Dr. Loomis character. We do see a guy who tried to look like Donald Pleasance as Dr. Loomis. You know, he sounds like it. Obviously, he's not going to have the same charm, because unfortunately Donald Pleasance has passed away. And I'm telling you, any Halloween film with Dr. Loomis, with Donald Pleasance, it would make this film better. But unfortunately, what can we do? The actor died, which, again, rest in peace to Donald Pleasance. God bless him. Like, he is the Loomis. It's just a darn shame the guy has passed away. But what can you really do? At least they tried. You know what I mean? They tried. You know, so that's something. They're trying to do something. They had a Dr. Loomis character. It was all right. You know, he looked like him a little bit. It's not like 100%, but also he kind of sound like him, but kind of vaguely. But it was, you know, it was all right. It's like, did Myers kill again or whatever? You know. So yeah. Then we got present. Then we transferred to present day. We see all the legacy characters like Tommy Doyle, Lindsay Wallace. Cameron's dad. Oh yeah, Cameron's dad, who was Lonnie, the guy Lonnie, who bullied Tommy Doyle, but then like they eventually became good buddies, so that's cool. And the Marion Chambers person. Here's the funny thing though, they do show highlights of the past Halloween film, right? But they also they're trying to like ignore Halloween 2, but they actually because in this new timeline they're trying to ignore Halloween 2 and all that stuff, right? All the other sequels. They actually managed to showcase like what happened from the not just Halloween but also in Halloween 2. They showcased Annie's death or the aftermath of Annie's death, where Sheriff Brackett saw his own daughter slit her throat slit. That was a clip from Halloween 2. And honestly, that's kind of rewarding. That's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. Obviously, they're not going to mention the whole brother-sister thing, but that's kind of rewarding. And actually, it really does help. You know, that we had a clip of that. So, that's pretty cool. Honestly, I really was happy when I saw that. So, really cool. Really cool. Really cool that happened. Sheriff Brackett, we eventually see him, that he's back in the Halloween franchise. He's like the security guard, no longer the deputy, no longer the, basically he's no longer the, the sheriff. Because we do have the new sheriff. He's the guy that was introduced in Halloween, the other Halloween film. He's the black guy. Cool looking dude, cool guy. Like, he seems like he's serious and shit like that, so that's alright. So yeah, the gang basically, they're trying to, like, to Laurie, and then fucking we see, like, yeah, basically the aftermath of what happened in the 2018 film. That, let him burn, and then basically Michael's escape. Michael Myers' escape. He freaking kills. We see multiple all the kills. What happened? He killed the firefighters, which looked like to be so many. It's like fucking 12 fire. Like, man, my problem. Here's my problem with the kills though. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The kills are gory, but it's like reward. It's not like fucking bad gory. It's like kind of good gore, and you feel bad for the characters. It's not like fucking Rob Zombie's Halloween where there's so much gore, but you kind of are happy they're dead. You know what I mean? But it's like it's reward. It's actually like, wow, this actually makes like sense. You know what I mean? This guy's being rootless. The guy, Myers ain't playing around. So that's something. With Michael Myers. So yeah, he kills the firefighter. But my problem with though is like with the kills, they're taking like once at a time. Okay, I'm gonna get killed here instead of like ganging up on Myers. That also happened in like the other scenes where Myers is facing a mob. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of dumb, but it is what it is. Then it's reported, Michael Myers is back and shit like that, and then freaking Tommy Doyle and his gang, they gang up. Also, the two black characters that was introduced from Halloween 2018. Apparently he's not the son. He's not the they're not the parents of the Julian kid. I think. People were saying that they're probably the parents, but they're actually not. They're like they just know him apparently. So yeah, we do see the Julian kid. I believe he was talking about his babysitter. It's like but maybe we might see more of him in the future. He's a cool kid. I don't want him to die. But it is what it is. So yeah, freaking, they're gonna find Michael. They basically led to freaking Tommy Doyle try and gang up people of Haddonfield to try to target Michael Myers. There was one scene where they thought Michael Myers was haunting them, that they found them, but it was actually the freaking mentally ill guy. Yeah, so here's the sad part of the film, and I know I should probably go in order. So, people may think this is kind of controversial, where a mentally ill guy dies, where in this case he actually committed suicide, because like people were mobbing because they thought it was Michael. But in this case, again, it is very sad. You know what I mean? But we have to realize that in past Halloween films, that's kind of the thing, where people who are innocent people do die at Halloween. Case in point, Ben Tramer in Halloween 2. Ted Hollister in Halloween 4. LL Cool J, but he survives. Stuff like that. Innocent people do get hurt and unfortunately die thinking they're Michael, but they're trying to fucking, basically that's what happens with the whole idea of evil. It just turn them to animals, and because they're angry, you know what I mean? So, yeah. So they all want to get revenge for Michael. They want to stop him and shit like that. Unfortunately, yeah, Marion Chambers dies in the film. Basically, kind of, it's more gruesome. It was funny though, but it's kind of sad. He said, "This is for Dr. Loomis," and then fucking the gun, because she run out of bullets. Kind of dumb on her part, but it was funny. The fucking crowds laughed. I laughed myself, but unfortunately, she died. Then the fucking black characters unfortunately died and shit like that. Lindsay does survive the interaction with Michael, and then freaking it leads to basically, yeah. We got a little bit of a Officer Hawkins and Laurie scene. Apparently they had a thing, but that didn't happen because of Ben Tramer. So apparently, yeah, Ben Tramer is a thing. We don't know if Ben Tramer got eventually hooked up with Laurie, but yeah, they had a thing for you. That's how they knew each other. So that's kind of cool. And then even Hawkins mentioned, there was later on in the film, she's targeting me, Michael's targeting me, but in reality, it was Dr. Sartain's fault. That was basically what Hawkins mentioned. So going on to say that it's not because that Myers doesn't live to kill Laurie. It's all about just haunting. Basically, they pointed out that Michael Myers and the reason why he decorates his kills is because he's kind of a kid at heart. But he's like animal in the brain, where he drives on killing people, but still some child, which is pretty interesting. You know what I mean? And because they didn't mention how nothing happens in Halloween, or nothing happens in Haddonfield. Basically, that's what Michael Myers is. He's chaos. He's the person that makes something interesting happen in Halloween. Basically, that's what they're saying. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. Then unfortunately, Lonnie dies by Michael off screen, along with Cameron, Allison's boyfriend. A gruesome death, really gruesome death. Oh yeah, freaking the Myers house. The Myers house is back. Oh, and also there are kids. Yeah, there's a kid death. It was like one of the kids dies, who was like friends with other kids. Like they're like kind of like bratty kids, whatever. So the Myers house was purchased by two gay dudes. I know the woke people are probably angry that two gay dudes died, but I thought it was hilarious. I mean, again, if you're gay, whatever, but I just think it's hilarious. You're homophobic, I don't give a fuck, okay? So that was kind of funny. It was fun. They were calling each other Little John, Big John, like the fuck. But whatever, it was hilarious, I guess. So that they died by Michael. It was like, oh, you came home, because they knew that it was his house. It's like, why they didn't care, but yeah. So they died. And then, yeah, Allison wanted to kill Michael. Oh, yeah, there was also a reflection, that they actually mentioned, oh, her father died, Karen's husband died, and that's something. That's good, to mention, because, it's like they didn't mention much in the 2018 film, but they reminisced that, but that was like their way to revenge and also try to stop Myers, because he was haunting Haddonfield for 40 years. Allison was about to get killed. She actually tried, but funny effort. She was like brave, like do it, the whole knife thing we see in the commercials. And then freaking Karen saves her daughter, takes the mask, you want your mask, come and get it. Basically, like, apparently the mask gives him power, I'm guessing, even though that's not why he killed, but whatever, he thrives with wearing that mask. I guess he just liked that William Shatner mask, you know what I mean? And she basically chases Myers with it, she drops the mask down, and then the mob, including Tommy Doyle and freaking Sheriff Brackett and among other characters, They freaking take down Michael seemingly to just, but we know Myers not gonna die, but it's just they put him down. There was also a scene like, earlier about like 1978 that the police officer attacking Michael, but like freaking, and Loomis was gonna shoot him, but then fucking that didn't help. But the reality is he's not gonna die because he has that supernatural bullshit. And then unfortunately Tommy Doyle does die along with Sheriff Brackett. Just so it's sad. That's why you kind of feel bad for the characters dying. You are sad by it, which is, I think, that also helps. It makes you hate Myers. That's a good thing. And then the movie does end with one of the shows dying, which was Karen, which seemingly dead. Some people say she might be alive, but that's funny. How did Sheriff, what's her name? What's this guy name? I forgot. Hawkins. How did he survive? But it seems like Karen dies in this, and then freaking what's it? Lori's like, the more he kills, the more he chance sins, and then she's staring. It doesn't how is she's staring in fucking Myers? It's just like, oh, I'm gonna kill you, whatever. But she for some reason she knows that her daughter is killed. I don't know. But there was originally I believe the ending was that it was on the phone that Myers kills Karen while she's on the phone and says, I'm gonna hunt you, and the film doesn't end with that. It ends with just basically a face-off, which is gonna lead to the Halloween ends. I do think it was a good way to end the film. I didn't mind it much, so yeah. I know there's probably a lot of things to mention, but I might have forgotten. So it is what it is. I did the best I can. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to really say. All you need to know, the legacy characters, they're somehow like they all had their vengeance to Michael because they were haunted by him, or they have a vendetta. Like, for example, Sheriff Brackett, his death of his daughter. Lonnie was haunted by. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, he was, even though he bullied Tommy, but they eventually become friends, he was bullied himself, and that was shown in the flashback scene. And then freaking Myers haunted him, and then thankfully, it's a good movie. Honestly, it's definitely something I will rewatch on Peacock for probably one time, especially with this Halloween season. I do think though, I don't know, putting it on Peacock hurts it, but they're just doing it to just get some some subscribers on the fucking thing. I don't know. I don't know. I do think this is it was just a fun movie. I had goosebumps. I was chilled. It was entertaining, man. It was entertaining. It was a good horror film. I really do think it was a good horror slasher film. It does its justice, and I do think that if you're a big Halloween fan, you will love this. So yeah, honestly, God bless Blumhouse for what they've done. David Gordon Green and shit like that. John Carpenter's involved. The music is great. The camera, everything is great. Honestly, they did a good job. Are there some problems and shit? Not really. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's definitely a fun film. And fuck the critics for complaining that, it's so gory. It's Halloween Kills. It's a fucking horror film. You're gonna get some kills. That's why they're complaining. The critics, it's so many kills and shit. If anything, I do think it's a mix of both, character, story, and fucking kills. And maybe Halloween Ends will involve more story. So I don't know, but I don't know. I don't mind this film. This film's pretty good. Fuck the critics. God bless everybody. I hope you guys enjoy this film. If you're a big Halloween fan, you should watch this. And yeah, maybe support it in theaters. I don't know. If you want to watch Peacock, it's up to you. I'll definitely be watching this on Peacock. Possibly I might watch it again on my YouTube channel live for y'all. Hopefully that's not a problem, because again, it's how it's on Peacock. I'm not gonna broadcast it, but I'm gonna watch it without me showing it, but I'll watch it myself with some other people, and we'll do that as a special thing for the show, for the channel. Alright, nice to see people. Till next time, peace, yeah, bye, and yeah, happy Halloween, people. Just want to say also, great, what a way, how they made the 1978 Myers look was freaking beautiful. Alright, I do think Mike Myers should get a new mask or whatever, and hopefully, definitely, the Halloween Ends is a fitting way to end the series. If not, I don't know what to say. But anyways, I do think good job Blumhouse for 2 good movies so far. Peace, yeah, bye.